Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, I'm going to pick up with our risk and return section off of the practice final exam, specifically looking at problem number 3 in this case, dealing with the capital asset pricing model. And here we're being asked basically to estimate the appropriate required rate of return for 3 stocks given a risk-free rate of 8% and the expected return on the market of 20%. So as we unhide our content here, we can see that we have basically 3 different stocks, A, B, and C. We have a beta coefficient that's given to us here, and we have to then come up with our expected required rate of return. So in this case, what I've done is over to the side here, I've put my expected rate of return on the market of 20% as given in the problem, and a risk-free rate of 8% also as given in the problem. Okay, so quick calculation. All we have to do, and you can see how it's shown over here on the right hand side, but all I'm doing is I'm basically taking our CAPM model and inputting it into the cell. So we have G23, which in all of these calculations is going to be our risk-free rate of 8%. In this case, we're using the beta that's given directly to the left here. It's hard to see because it's covered up by the formula. Times our required rate of return on the market, and again minus my risk-free rate. Now for those that aren't familiar with Excel, why are the dollar signs in there? What this allows us to do is basically this locks the cell irrespective of which one of these. It always will draw directly from G23, so I can then replicate this formula across anywhere basically on the page, and instead of moving or migrating on a relative basis, it will always draw the answer that I'm drawing from this particular formula from using not only G22 for the expected rate of return on the market, but also G23 for the risk-free rate. So with this in mind, do the exact same calculation, of course just basing our calculation off of the beta that is given in each case for stocks A, B, and C. And when we do the calculations, of course, then we can see what our required rate of return is for each one of these. And that's the down and dirty calculation using the CAPM for our risk and return module for the course. Thanks for watching, and we'll pick it up with bond valuation in our next video.